for application.
জি
Top left corner on the top is application.
তো যাইতেছে না। টপ লেফট কর্নার কোনটা, এটা সিস্টেম না
All the
হোম?
way on the top.
application.
ও অ্যাপ্লিকেশন, হ্যাঁ। তারপর ওইখানে যাই কি করতে হবে জানি, এটা
Pro system.
সিস্টেম, হ্যাঁ সিস্টেম থেকে
The bottom.
হ্যাঁ, তারপর কিছু
Okay.
করতে হবে।
Now,
No,
now
PWD,
you can working.
PWD.
Yeah,
কি বললেন
you
হাবিব
can
ভাই?
work.
PWD দেন, দেখেন কোথায় আছেন।
হোম।
ls দিয়ে দেখেন সব ফাইল আছে কিনা। আছে তো।
হ্যাঁ,
You can
থ্যাংক
try
ইউ।
to 03. You can try to 03 a student as a copy to paste your document. So this is the easy for you. Just copy, move 03 student to your documents. So it will be easy for you.
কেমনে মুভ করবো জানি?
Oh no 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 no.
এই আছে, আমি লেখা রাখছি। ইয়ে এমবি দিতে হবে।
ভাই আমার ক্লাসে আপনাকে পারতেই হবে, কোনো সুযোগ নেই এখানে, আপনাকে শিখতেই হবে। হাবিব
ভাই
হাবিব ভাই
আম্মু
প্লিজ
আর কি
প্রসিডিউর
বলেন
অন।
ভাই? আমি আমি ট্রাই
হাবিব
কর,
ভাই
আমি
প্লিজ হেল্প হিম।
Where do you want to go?
হ্যাঁ বলেন হাবিব ভাই।
কোথায় যাবেন?
ভাইয়া নাই মাত্র বললেন যে কি কি চেক করতে হবে,
ওকে,
মুভ।
delete
মানে
the
03
CD
03 স্টুডেন্টটা মুভ করে ডকুমেন্টসে নিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য।
Oh, yeah, move 003 আর ট্রাই করে দেখেন যে মুভ হয় কিনা, বাট এমডি দিয়ে হবে না মনে হয়। না না না, ওকে, স্পেস ডি, ডকুমেন্ট দিয়ে দেখেন, ক্যাপিটাল ডি।
হ্যাঁ, ট্যাব দিলাম তো আসছে না।
এখন
ডিও
তো হয়।
হ্যাঁ ডিও লেখেন, ডিও লেখেন, হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ,
এখন
এখন
ট্যাব
দেন,
দেন, ট্যাব দেন।
দিলাম তো।
আবার দেখেন সি লেখেন, এসে বলবেন।
ওই যে
এখন আসবে।
আপনার ডাউনলোডস এর ডাব
ওকে,
ইয়াসি ওই জন্য
ইন্টারনেট
আসবে।
দেখেন তো ভাই, সাইডে আসেনি, আসে নাই, কারণ কি?
এন্ড সুডো লেখেন।
তাই
লিখতে
জাহিন
হবে
ভাই
না,
আপনি
জাস্ট
আপনি
আপনি
প্র্যাকটিস
করেন।
করেন না, আপনি প্র্যাকটিস করেন না কিন্তু আপনি
ভাই,
লেখা
আপনি
দেখে
ক্লিক
বোঝা
করেন,
যাচ্ছে।
ইউ নিড টু রাইট ইট, জাস্ট ডিলিট ইট, আপ ক্লিক করেন।
কমান্ডটা দিতে হবে, মুভ।
হ্যাঁ, এখন হোমে টিপ দেন,
সবার আগে হ্যাঁ
প্রেস হোম,
প্রেস
হোম বাটন টিপ দেন, দেখেন ফার্স্টে চলে যাবেন।
দিলাম তো ভাইয়া।
The button is now working. Okay, scroll back. না, ডিলিট না তো, আমি বলছি হোম বাটন যান, এখন বিগিনিং এ যান, শুধু লেখেন।
না, ওনার ইয়েটা মনে হয় একটু হ্যাং হয়ে আছে মনে হয়।
মুভের আগে তো সুডো দিতে হবে তাই না?
হ্যাঁ, দেন দেখেন কাজ হয়ে গেছে। স্পেস ট্রাই করেন, দেখেন হয় কিনা, পাসওয়ার্ড দিয়ে দেখেন।
এখন এলএস দেন।
এখন ঢুকেন ডকুমেন্টস এ,
না ট্যাব দেন।
ট্যাব দিয়ে দেন, এসে বলুন দেন এলএস।
সাইদ ভাই আপনি কতবার প্র্যাকটিস করছেন আগের ফার্স্ট থার্ড মডিউলটা?
থার্ড মডিউলটা কতবার বলতে ট্রাই করছি আর কি, 10-এর নিচে আর কি।
না 20 বার করতে হবে, না হলে হবে না। আমি আমি কেন এটা বলছি, আমি লিনাক্স আজকে 2002 থেকে আমি লিনাক্স করি, 2002 থেকে আমার লিনাক্স ফ্যামিলিয়ার। স্টিল নাও আই হ্যাভ এ ফেসিং প্রবলেম। So you understand?
You have
Practice. Without practice, this is not possible. Linux, you can good engineer. So this is a very important for practice. So at least you have 20 or 30 commands. You have everything is easily ongoing. So this is the good for you in cybersecurity. You feel so without at least you need a CD, MB, CP. So this command is very every day, every time you need this type of command. So I think প্রত্যেক জনের খুবই প্রয়োজন at least 20 বার এগুলো প্র্যাকটিস করা সব সময়। কারণ হচ্ছে যে আমি এত বছর 2002 থেকে লিনাক্স করি, স্টিল নাও আমার ভুল হয়। তো এই কারণে প্র্যাকটিস খুবই মানে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। এটা এরকম না যে যে এখানে সবাই খুবই ভালো পারে, নো, প্র্যাকটিস, শুধুমাত্র প্র্যাকটিস।
ভাইয়া ভুল না হলে তো আর মানুষ থাকতাম না, তাহলে তো ফেরেশতা হয়ে যেতাম।
হ্যাঁ, মানে এটা 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 লিনাক্স ইজ ভেরি প্র্যাকটিস এবং ইজি জিনিস, প্র্যাকটিস।
Tanvir bhai, I was able to connect. I'll send the instructions to you so that any Mac user in the future they can, follow
Yes,
those instructions.
you can share, you can make it one copy,
Mm-hmm.
Word file and share this our group. This is good for us.
Yeah. Thank you.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাইয়া,
থ্যাংক ইউ
আমিও
ব্রো।
সেম পেরেশানিতে পড়ছি। তো ভাইয়া কেউ একজন, মানে আমি চাই না ক্লাসটা ইন্টারাপ্ট করতে, কেউ যদি একজন একটু ইয়াটা আমাকে লাইভ ক্লাস কেউ একজন যদি দিয়ে দিতেন
কি
তাহলে
Mac?
আমি ঢুকতে পারতেছি না আর কি।
Do you have the Mac or Windows?
না না ভাইয়া, উইন্ডোজ ভাইয়া।
So can you share?
জি জি ভাইয়া, আমরা তো ইয়াতেই করবো না, গিট ব্যাশই তো করবো।
No. Okay. Yeah, ভাই, এটার নাম কি? সাইদ রায়হান, প্লিজ হেল্প চৌধুরী আমিন।
জি ভাই। আহ, ইয়ে আমির ভাই একটু ঢুকেন আপনার ইয়েতে।
জি
কিভাবে ঢুকবে একদম ফার্স্ট থেকে বলেন।
কোনটার মানে ইয়েটা এটা কানেক্ট করা যেটা?
সার্ভার, মানে
হ্যাঁ,
সার্ভার উনি কিভাবে কানেক্ট করবে? উনি শেয়ার স্ক্রিন শেয়ার করছে।
হ্যাঁ। আমির ভাই এটা থেকে আপনার বাইরে তো হবে। আপনি এই আপনার একটা ইয়ে দিচ্ছেন, এই কি
ভাইয়া,
বলে এটা, ডকুমেন্ট দিচ্ছেন ইয়েতে, লাইভ ক্লাসে দেওয়া আছে,
ওই যে
বুঝছেন?
সার্চে টাইপ করেন RDP।
হ্যাঁ,
কি টাইপ করবো ভাইয়া?
রিমোট
RDP।
উইন্ডোজ।
আচ্ছা, এইগুলো টাইপ করার আগে আমি একটু বলি, একটু আমি কেন আমি তো বুঝি, আসলে আমি নিজে পড়ালেখা করার চেষ্টা করি, আমি বুঝি কে কত টাইম দেয়। সাফি, আপনি কিন্তু কোনো টাইমে দেন না। আপনাকে টোটাল সমাজ থেকে বিচ্ছিন্ন হতে হবে 8টা মাস। ইজ ভেরি ভেরি
জি জি
ইম্পর্টেন্ট।
ভাইয়া।
টোটালি সমাজ থেকে বিচ্ছিন্ন হতে হবে। আমার কথা বলছেন?
জি
বলতেছি মানে টোটাল বন্ধু বান্ধব, কোনো মেয়ের সাথে কথা বলা যাবে না। বিশেষ করে একেবারে স্টপ।
না ভাইয়া।
হ্যাঁ, একেবারে সবার সাথে স্টপ। শুধু মা বাবা, বউ থাকলে বউ, ফিনিশ। আর বাচ্চারা, কারণ হচ্ছে এগুলা এত কমপ্লিকেটেড, এগুলো সারাক্ষণ আপনার ব্রেনে লাগবে অ্যাটলিস্ট আপনি বোঝার জন্য।
জি
এই
জি
কারণে
ভাইয়া।
আপনি টোটাল কোনো বন্ধুর সাথে আলাপ করা যাবে না, মানে কারণ হচ্ছে সবার সাথে মিশলে আপনার ব্রেনটা ওইদিকে চলে যাবে।
জি
এরা,
জি ভাইয়া।
কারণ হচ্ছে আমার যে বয়স, আমার যে ধরেন যে সেই এই বয়সে আমি আম, এখন আমি পড়ি বা আমি পড়াইতে যাচ্ছি, আমি শিখি, আমি প্রত্যেকটা জিনিস আমি এগুলো পার করে আসছি সময়গুলো। হ্যাঁ,
জি
তো আপনারা কিন্তু সময় দিচ্ছেন না। এটা কিন্তু আমার জন্য ব্যাড। কেন ব্যাড?
জি
আমি অ্যাজ এ নট এ টিচার যে আপনাদের থেকে শুধু টাকা নিব, এত টাকা যে মাস শেষে টাকা নিচ্ছি, ফিনিশ, নো। আই এম ট্রাইং টু বিল্ড আপ এ টিম।
জি
গতকালকে আমাকে একজন ভদ্রলোক ফোন করছে, উনি সাইবার সিকিউরিটি 7 ইয়ার্স জব করে আমেরিকায়। উনার জব কুয়েট হয়েছে, উনার জব উনাকে সেক করছে। কেন? উনি বর্তমানে যেই মানে উম, যে স্টাইল, যেই মানে আপনি প্র্যাকটিক্যাল, ওগুলা উনি ধরতেই পারতেছেন। তো
জি
উনাকে চেক করছে। তো উনি বাই দা বাই কিভাবে শুনছে, আমরা ফুল প্র্যাকটিক্যাল, মানে উনি প্র্যাকটিক্যাল কিছুই পারে না। উনার কাছে মানে সার্টিফিকেটের বহর শুনলে আপনি ভয় পাবেন। আমিও ভয় পেয়ে গেছি, মানে সার্টিফিকেশন। হ্যাঁ, তো
জি
বাট উনি একটা কমান্ড পারে না। 7 ইয়ার্স সাইবার সিকিউরিটিতে উনি কিন্তু আছে।
জি ভাইয়া।
বুঝতে পারছি।
জি জি ভাইয়া।
এই কারণে আমাদের সবার উচিত আমাদের প্র্যাকটিস করা এবং আপনি সময় দেওয়া। সময় না দিলে ভাই, আমরা এই কষ্ট করে আমি
জি
নেভার এভার, আমার পক্ষে সম্ভব না টিম তৈরি করা। কারণ আমি চাচ্ছি টিম তৈরি করতে, আমি চাচ্ছি গুড একটা প্রত্যেকটা স্টুডেন্ট যেন গুল্লি হয়ে উঠে, সবাই যেন এক একটা গুল্লি হয়ে উঠে আমার এখান থেকে। মানে যে একটা বদনাম আছে না যে বাঙালিরা কিছু পারে না, নো দে হ্যাভ নো নলেজ, দে হ্যাভ। আমি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল অনেক স্টুডেন্টের সাথে পড়ালেখা করছি, বাংলাদেশি স্টুডেন্টের ধারে কাছে নাই কেউ,
জি ভাইয়া।
বাংলাদেশি স্টুডেন্টদের ধারে কাছে নাই কেউ। আমি এটা একেবারেই, কারণ হচ্ছে আমি, আপনিও পড়তেছেন ইউনিভার্সিটিতে, আমেরিকান ইউনিভার্সিটিতে, আমরা শুধু প্রপার লাইনটা পাই নাই। বিশ্বাস করেন যদি প্রপার লাইনটা পাইতাম, ইন্ডিয়ান চেয়ে পাকিস্তানি চেয়ে মানে এশিয়ার ভেতরে বাংলাদেশিরা আমেরিকায় সবচেয়ে বেশি আগে যেত।
ট্রু ভাইয়া, প্রপার গাইডলাইন আর কি। জি।
মানে আমাদের যে সবচেয়ে লোয়েস্ট স্টুডেন্ট সেও আমেরিকায় হাইয়েস্ট এখন। মানে এত ব্রেন আমাদের বাংলাদেশিদের, শুধুমাত্র সময় দিবেন আর কিছু না। ওকে, আমি এত কথা বললাম এই কারণে, সময় দিতে
জি
হবে।
জি ভাইয়া।
ওকে, হ্যাঁ, সাইদ
আমিন ভাই,
রাহেন ভাই ওনাকে হেল্প করেন।
আপনি ইয়েতে এই যে আপনার এই ডেস্কটপের যে সার্চ বার আছে না, ওইটার মধ্যে
জি
আপনি এই আরডিসি বা রিমোট
জি।
ডেস্কটপ
না না,
কানেকশন
আরডিসি না, নো আরডিসি, হোয়াই ইউ রং।
RDP
আরডিপি, হ্যাঁ।
কিসে ঢুকবো ভাইয়া বলেন?
ওই যে সার্চ বার ইয়ে আছে না,
জি
সার্চ বারটা আছে না, আপনি ওইটার মধ্যে ইয়ে লেখেন,
হুম,
এই রিমোট ডেস্কটপ লিখেন আপনি, তাইলে পুরো এটার মধ্যে ক্লিক করেন আপনি।
জি
ফাইন।
হ্যাঁ, তারপর ওইখানে আপনি এই যে আমাদের আইপি অ্যাড্রেসটা আছে না, আপনার
জি।
লেখেন নাইনটি
যে
সেভেন
ভাইয়া
ডট
যেটা, জি জি ভাইয়া যেটা নতুন দিয়েছিল,
জি জি জি।
একটু বলবেন ভাইয়া প্লিজ।
হ্যাঁ, 97
জি 97
107
107
131
131
185
185।
কানেক্ট করেন।
জি
তারপর এই, আচ্ছা ওই টাস্ক বারটা তো আমি ইয়ে ডোন্ট আস্ক মি এগেন, ওইটাতে আমি ইয়ে টিক মার্ক দিছিলাম ভাই, ওইটা কি
ইয়েস শিওর, হ্যাঁ
ওইটা দেন।
সমস্যা নেই।
তারপর ইয়েস লিখেন। তারপর আপনার ইউজার নেম যেটা আছে, আমারটা G7 ছিল, আপনার যেটা আছে ওইটা দেন।
জি।
আর পাসওয়ার্ডটা দেন যেটা আমাদের আছে আর কি। এখন একটা ইয়ে আসবে আর কি, ওপেন উইন্ডো আসবে আর কি, আপনি ওইটা কিছু সেকেন্ড সময় নেই এটা অবশ্য।
না, প্রথম দিকে সময় নিবে, বিকজ দে ক্যান মেক এ ডেস্কটপ এনভায়রনমেন্ট ফার্স্ট টাইম,
অল দ্য
দেন
ওয়ে আপ
দেন
লেফটে, টপ লেফটে অ্যাপ্লিকেশনে ক্লিক করেন আপনি।
জি।
তারপর ক্লিক করেন।
কিসে ঢুকবো, প্যানেল অথবা এনিথিং?
না, ওইটাতে তো
লেফট
ওই
ক্লিক করে, লেফট ক্লিক, রাইট ক্লিক না, লেফট ক্লিক করে।
আমার এটা চেঞ্জ হয়েছে তো, আমার এটা গতকালকে একটা আপডেট হয়েছিল, এই ঝামেলা ছিল। I don't know why it's not working.
ওইটাতে ক্লিক করলেই তো আসার কথা ছিল। আচ্ছা, ওই অ্যাপ্লিকেশনের এই লেফটে দেখে একটু রাইটে দেখেন আপনার কি একটা তিনটা বার আছে, এটাতে ক্লিক করেন তো।
না, ওনার মাউসটা রাইট লেফট চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে।
আচ্ছা, রাইট ক্লিক করেন তো, মানে রাইট ক্লিক করেন, মাউসের রাইট ক্লিকটা করেন।
আপনার কি মাউস আছে নাকি আপনার ল্যাপটপ
না
থেকে
ভাইয়া,
করতেছেন?
আমি ইয়াতে ভাইয়া মাউস প্যাডে ভাইয়া, কিপ্যাডে, মানে মাউস
ইয়েস,
প্যাড।
কিপ্যাডে আপনি ওখানে লেফট লেফট রাইট আপনি ভুল ভুল করতেছেন
হ্যাঁ
আপনাকে।
লেফট রাইটে ওইটা আমি কালকে একটু ডিস্টার্ব করছিল, এই জন্য আমি এটা ইয়া করছিলাম, সরি ফর দ্যাট।
হ্যাঁ, এখানে আপনি তাহলে ওই ব্ল্যাক স্ক্রিনে যান, ওই ব্ল্যাক নিচে নিচে যান, নিচে এক না নিচে, হ্যাঁ নিচে ব্ল্যাক, হ্যাঁ এটাতে ক্লিক করেন।
এটা
ওটাতে, হ্যাঁ এটাতে করলে হবে। এটাতে রাইট ক্লিক করেন। ওকে,
জি
ওকে।
সরি ফর দ্যাট।
সো উই
আমার
আমার কথা কিছু মনে করবেন না, কেউ কিছু রাগ করবেন
জি
না, আমি একটু রুড ভাবে কথা বলি। এ
ফ্যাক্ট
কারণে
বলছেন ভাইয়া, এখানে
যে
পার্সোনালি
আমি
নেওয়ার
চাই
কিছু
যে,
নাই।
একটু আমরা সবাই মিলে খুব স্ট্রংলি একটু আগাই যাই। এবং গতকালকে উনি এই ব্যাচে আসবে নেক্সট উইকে ইনশাল্লাহ। উনি খুবই অভিজ্ঞ সাইবার সিকিউরিটিতে। সো এই কারণে আমি বলছি যে আমরা যদি সবাই মিলে একটা টিম করে ভালোভাবে কাজ শিখতে পারি ইনশাল্লাহ, আমাদেরকে পিছিয়ে তাকাইতে হবে না। মানে উনি এত কষ্ট পায়, একটা কথা আমাকে বলছে যে উনি গত মানে 2-3 বছর এত বেশি খুঁজছে বাংলাদেশি একটা কমিউনিটি সাইবার সিকিউরিটি কেউ নেই। এবং যত বাংলাদেশি স্কুলগুলোতে গেছে, যা সব হচ্ছে মানে উনার সাথে টাউটগিরি করছে, কিছুই শিখায় নাই, শুধু স্লাইড স্লাইড অ্যান্ড দেন গো। 200 400 500 টাকা নিয়ে নিছে, শেষ। তো আমরা এরকম চাই না, আমরা চাই যে বাংলাদেশিদের এই ভুলটা মানুষে ভেঙে যাক ইনশাল্লাহ, আমরা কিছু শিখে বের হব। ওকে,
জি ভাইয়া।
থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ।
সাইদ ভাই,
সো
জি ভাইয়া,
থ্যাংক ইউ সাইদ রাহিন ভাই।
থ্যাংক
সো
ইউ।
আমি এভাবে করে সবাইকে মানে আসলে একটু প্র্যাকটিস করাতে যাচ্ছি যেন সবাই যেগুলো শিখে যেতে পারে আর কি, ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। সো টুডে
তানভীর ভাই,
অ্যাগেইন,
পার্সোনালি নেওয়ার কিছু নাই, নেইও নাই। হ্যাঁ, ল্যাক অনেক আছে, অনেক ইয়া আছে যেটা আমার, হ্যাঁ আমি স্ট্রাগল করতেছি, এখানে আপনার কোনো ইয়া নাই, ঠিক আছে? তো
ওকে,
আম-
না না, এটা সমস্যা নেই, বাট
না না
আপনাদেরকে এভরিওয়ান ট্রাইং টু
ইয়া
প্র্যাকটিস, জাস্ট
অবশ্যই ভাই, আমরা
প্র্যাকটিস।
সবাই
সব
শিখতেছি, কোনো
শাহরিয়ার
কোনো
ভাইয়ের
ইয়া
দোষ।
নাই।
So if anyone is using Mac, let me know, okay? I can help you out.
অ্যান্ড ট্রাইং টু ইচ ওয়ান, এভরিওয়ান ট্রাইং টু, আপনাদের সবাইকে হেল্প করবেন, যেন ইফ ইউ are trying to help, then you can more understanding what is this. Anuj Giri, this is your desktop is okay?
Do we need to use RDP for server
Okay,
connection?
so yes, so you can do, or anyone help to you. You need help?
Uh, Actually, I'll show you my. When I tried to connect, it said, I'll
Okay,
show you.
so Shariar Bhai, please help to Anuj.
Anuj, can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure.
Then I can guide you where is
So,
the issues
yeah,
coming.
I'm using Windows. So I tried to connect with this pass.
No, close this one. Do you have the document which Harun Bhai has shared with us? Do you have that document?
Which one?
Go a bit up. A bit up. No.
ভাই
After this, go scroll down. More.
Those are yesterday's information ভাইয়া।
ভালো এবার
More.
I think it's last second, so all the way down, last second. You just missed it. It's on the
You
top.
just missed it.
This one?
No, the upper one.
The previous one. This one. Yeah. Click this one.
Oh,
So here everything is there. If you follow this, you can do it. But I can help you. So
okay.
you can open it in another screen and just click this one.
Actually, I'm using
now
Home Edition. Sometimes my remote desktop doesn't
now you have
work.
to give the server IP. The server IP.
Anuj bhai, I can say just type it over there. Type 97. It's
This
there
one,
already.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, this one. Connect. Yes. Now
Okay,
give
so
your
for the
user.
session, what
No,
I
your
put?
username.
No, this
Don't
one
change
is,
anything from there.
no, this one is okay. Give your username the way we get yes, and the
And your
password
password.
which you have. The password where you give.
Yeah, it displays this window.
Okay, just a minute. What's your
Yeah, I'm not sure if his account is added or not.
Actually, in Home Edition, RDP doesn't support in Windows Home Edition, right?
no, just a minute, you wait.
Sometimes if there is issue with the access, sometimes
log out and he will fix it right now.
you can log out and then
When Tanvi says to log
Harun
in,
is doing something. After that, maybe you will be able to connect.
What's your IP? Sorry, what's your ID?
Z9.
Can you try?
Yeah, it says Something wrong.
তানভীর, এখানে তো আর আমাদের আমাদের যে ইন্টারনেটে কানেক্টেড হওয়ার জন্য যে আইপিটা দেই, সেখানে তো আর এটার আর প্রয়োজন পড়ছে না, রাইট?
না না না, ওটা ছাড়া এটা কানেক্ট করতে পারবেন না।
হ্যাঁ, মানে
ভাই আবার ভিপিএন-এ যাবে।
না,
No, I
ওটা
think
কানেক্ট করতে পারবেন না।
yeah, it
ওটা
will
ছাড়া
work. I think.
আপনার মানে ওই আইপি যদি চেঞ্জ হয়ে যায় আপনি এটা কানেক্ট করতে পারবেন না।
রায়হান
Yeah,
ভাই,
it's
আপনি
working.
বুঝলেন কেমনে করে?
জাস্ট একটু ভালো গেস করলাম ভাইয়া।
এভরিওয়ান ওকে, সবাই কি ডেস্কটপে ঢুকতে পারছেন? So everyone try move to 03 student to your documents and then it will be good for you. And everyone trying to your uh, camera open, okay? Not me camera trying to camera, all camera is open. We are starting this class.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone trying to camera open.
মেজর সাহেবের চেহারা দেখা যায়।
দেখে ফেলাইছেন, এখন কি করা যাবে?
Because this is the practice for when you studying this remote job. So this is the your face, your behave, and your talking. How to you talk each other. This is the important for cybersecurity. Your life maximum job is remote. So for the reason you now practice your talking and how to you face behavior. This is a very important in USA job market.
হাবিব ভাই, আমরা তো প্রকৃতির মধ্যে হারাই যাচ্ছি।
ভাই
Yeah.
আজকেও ভ্যাকেশনে।
So today we are again back to Linux class, and this class already did this our Saiful second batch of Saiful Bhai. So if anything when you activity, so you just help from Saiful Bhai. Saiful Bhai, you here?
আছি।
Thank you.
আর ভাই, আমাদের তো পুরোনো গুলো তো একটু একটু রিফ্রেশও হবে, রাইট?
হ্যাঁ, refresh হবে। So this week you will work through a series of command line exercise in which you will explore in Linux file system. So collect evidence of security breach, audit and reconfigure a Linux machine, user and group permission, and take steps to harden the system. So today class will introduce you to Linux operating system. And we just talked about a whole Linux basic. What is the Linux? How to Linux working in this system. By the end of the class, you should be able to name 3 of the most important distribution of Linux. Navigate the Linux file structure using the command line. Manage a process with the top ps and kill command, and install package using apt. So why Linux? Anybody just trying to answer why Linux?
So Linux is the open source system.
Okay.
So we can create, build, modify.
Okay.
It is a it is a operating system that is free to use. You don't have to pay. It is open source.
Habib bhai?
I will say it's not just because it's free. It's very complicated. I mean, very few people knows about it, and most of the, especially on cybersecurity, we mostly use Linux to communicate with the database or the server instead of using a graphic the way normally we do. So I think it's much harder for hackers to hack into server with Linux.
Okay.
Another
So
thing I like to add that in fact, when the computer started, initially the command line, it was there before, but we used to with the Windows operating system as it became very popular. But the Linux, they have maintained the previous command line structure. So, and that is the basic one, the core concepts. So that's why, as it is open source, easily available. So that is why most people, those who do the technical fields, they prefer Linux.
Okay, thank you.
হ্যাঁ, লিনাক্সে কি মানে বা আপনার মানে হ্যাক করাটা কি ডিফিকাল্ট? মানে
মোটামুটি ডিফিকাল্ট।
যারা আপনার মনে করেন যারা এসব অ্যাক্টিভিটিতে জড়িত, তারা কি লিনাক্সও কি আপনার ব্রিজ করতে পারে? যেটা
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, সবগুলো ব্রিজ করতে পারে, সবকিছু ব্রিজ হয়।
হোয়াট ডু ইউ
They can
থিংক?
everything they can bridge.
মানে ভাইয়া, তাহলে আপনার মাইক্রোসফট অথবা মানে উইন্ডোজ এগুলো এত পপুলার হলো না কেন? মানে যদি আপনার মানে ওরাও তো চাইলে এরকম কিছু একটা ডেভেলপ করতে পারতো।
Because this is the very first answer. This is the open source. So for this reason, open source is very important. Anyone can try to change anything, and they can make a own machine. They can make a own operating system. So maximum you using all phone. Maximum phone is Linux based, Unix based. So they just all server and all a small machine they're using Linux based because you can make your own um, operating system, very small operating system. What do you need? You need only running this specific program. So you can using the Linux. No need a big Linux operating system. You need only Dockers. So Dockers, they just running one container. One container, you can put only this specific software which is running the IP camera or router or running the only switch. So easily you can run any device, any machine, but Windows is not possible. They run any device or any machine without a license. So for the reason, everyone using the Linux. So this is the free software. And today lesson will introduce a fundamental concept and details of Linux system. And millions of websites runs a version of Linux, million website, maybe all web server, 95% web server is Linux. So why Linux? While Linux is a uncommon as an operating system on personal computer, it is widespread on the internet and in enterprise network. Millions of websites are hosted by Linux operating system. The widespread presence of Linux machines on modern network makes them a common target for attacker. Therefore, familiar with the operating system is crucial for cybersecurity professional. The widespread presence of Linux machine on modern network makes them a common target for attacker. Therefore, familiar with the operating system is crucial for now this our life. The widest this knowledge is essential for the following technical rules. So suppose if you have this good knowledge about a Linux operating system, so you can working easily help desk, IT support, system administration, penetration testing, and network forensic. So what is the essential for this Linux following this among the others following these rules? So help desk and IT support, a specialist often need to troubleshoot users on Linux workstation. People in these rules often find themselves a troubleshooting issue with Mac OS as well. Since Mac OS share most of its structure with classic Linux operating systems, this knowledge is valuable even the personnel who are not in the charge of configuration or managing machine themselves. And if you're working in system administrator, so as common complex network contain at least one Linux server, so system administrator need to understand how to audit, configure, and secure Linux server and workstation. So, and if you working as a penetration tester, so most complex network contain at least one Linux server, making them a frequent target for pen tester, since pen tester must exploit machine to gain access depth knowledge of how the operating system work and where it store the most important files is essential. And then network forensic specialists spend much of their time to inspecting server log. Often these logs are generated by or stored on a Linux server. And forensic examine must be able to navigate the file system. In addition, they must be careful not to accidentally after the file system while investigating. Making knowledge of how and why data is stored on Linux machine a crucial elements of the job. The study exercise will require you to investigate a malfunctioning Linux server, which user have reported is running slower than usual. So you will be tasked with identifying evidence of suspicious activities on the system and taking steps to contain it. You will use the following methodology across the student activity today. First is audit file, and then audit process, and then is installing a security package. So audit file, how do you work? How do you audit this any file using the Linux? So you will be begin by checking for suspicious file on the machine. To do this, you will learn how files are organized on Linux and where important system and user file are normally found. This will enable you to identify malicious files that seem out of place. So an audit process, how do you make audit process using the Linux command? After identifying suspicious file, you will make a note of which program users are running. This will allow you to check that no one is running malicious software on the server. So, and then installing security package. Next, you will install security application, also known as package. And this will help security the machine from future attack. So the skill cover will help you complete the activity and configuration. How to we system secure, and we can easily understanding. So Linux history and distribution, we now discuss about Linux history and distribution. Unix versus Linux, what the difference? So you may hear Unix and Linux used interchangeable, but what exactly is different? To be understanding the difference, let's look at the history. At brief history of the Unix and Linux in 1969 to 1970, Dennis Rich, Ken Thompson, and several others at AT&T, Bell uh, Labs began developing a small operating system called a Unix. Within the next 2 decades, different update and distribution of Unix were created. Most were proprietary. In 1984, Richard Stallman Free Software Foundation (FSF) started the GNU project, which created a free distribution of the Unix operating system. In 1991, Linus Torvald used many of the components from the GNU project to create a free open source operating system, which is now known as a Linux. In summary, Unix came first, and Linux is Unix-like. So this is called a delivered Linux. An operating system, OS or OS is the software that support a computer basic function. So such as Such as scheduling tasks, executing application, and controlling peripheral. And then Windows and Mac OS and Linux are all example of the operating system. And of this operating system, Linux is by far the most commonly used on the internet, and most enterprise work feature at least one Linux machine. This is because Linux, unlike Windows and OS X, Linux is free, open source software. So FOSS, open free and open source software, this Linux. So this means that anyone can read or modify its source code. So Linux is a free and open source, especially because Windows and Unix, Linux early competitor were not. In other words, Linux was developed for a researcher and students in direct response to the fact that Windows and Unix are extremely expensive and are inaccessible in the early days of computing. Today, most tools in the hacker and security community are still published as open source, and a belief in free software and free information is widespread in the industry. Almost all the tools you will use in the class are open source, and nearly all technical security professionals are similar with the Linux FOSS ecosystem. So the two most common distribution in we are using. So one is distribution Ubuntu, and another we are using in Linux. Yeah, Kali Linux. There are many different distribution in use today. In this course, we just using Ubuntu and using also Kali Linux. So Linux distribution, both Ubuntu and Linux are distribution based on another distribution called Debian. So Debian, after before Debian, then they divided two distribution. They call one is Ubuntu, another is Kali Linux. So Ubuntu is essentially a Debian with customization for general purpose user, and Kali is a Debian with a customization for security professional. So since both distribution are based on Debian, everything is learned in this unit will transfer directly to everything you learn about Kali in the latter half of the course. And we also Linux server have a headless server, means a headless server we using in order to conserve as many resources as possible. Most production Linux server don't have graphical interface. So when we are starting the class, we are using the headless server. Now we studying the graphical GUI server. Knowledge of the command in particular important of the professional world, because most production Linux server do not have even offer graphical interface. They can only be used on the command line. Maximum server is the command line. So, but we using the many tools in Linux. For the reason we using the graphical machine. And command line only machine are called headless server. So headless server are the norms because by today's standard, the command line require very few resource. This gives the server maximum resource to run its service and application. The GUI-based system is neither required nor desirable. So begin able to navigate the headless Linux server. In the main reason you need to learn Linux and the bash command line. So learning the bash command line environment will enable you to work with both Linux and Unix system. Anyone have any question?
So as a security professionals will be using Kali mostly instead of using Ubuntu.
Maximum we are using Kali, and but we learning our class, half of the class, the Ubuntu, because Ubuntu, the distribution is Debian. Debian, they know everything. Ubuntu and Kali is both using all common.
So Kali is
So
more advanced than Ubuntu.
Kali is not more advanced. Kali is using the maximum security professional. They're using the Kali. So Ubuntu is very, very advanced. Ubuntu is very, but Kali has lots of free software and for security professional.
The pen testers, they mainly use the Kali because all the hacking applications are there in Kali than that of Ubuntu, like John the Ripper, others. So that's why the pen testers, the Red Hat users, they use Kali.
Yes. So now activity. Yes, Habib bhai.
Out of these two, they both function as same thing, right? We don't have to. If we know one of them, that's good enough, right?
No, same thing. Maximum same. All commodities same. Maximum thing same. But Kali is only specific for security professional.
So we're gonna do Ubuntu, right?
Yeah, we can do Ubuntu also Kali. We work to two machine.
All right.
So I send this live class is activity. So 15 minutes. You please. Anyone show this picture, their screen, and anyone voluntarily they trying to finish this activity. This is a 15 minutes. Who can volunteer? Okay, Obaidur Rahman bhai, please share your screen. Obaidur Rahman, are you there? Okay, thank you. Okay, so, within 15 minutes for 5:46, we'll back 6.
এখানে তো কোয়েশ্চেনই তো অনেক বড়। তো কেউ কি আছেন?
এইটা এই যে আপনার কোয়েশ্চেন আছে কয়টা, 4টা আছে এখানে।
4টা কোয়েশন ঠিক আছে।
এই যে আপনার সবগুলো লিনাক্সে ক্লিক করে আপনার জাস্ট একটু আমাদের বললেই চলবে কোনটা কি করে।
হ্যাঁ সেটাই, ওই যে কোয়েশন বলছে
CPU
হুইচ
Linux, Ubuntu
most
Linux,
flexible and best suited to day and advanced task। তারপরে which distribution is built specifically for penetration tester। তারপরে এটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে ওয়েব ও ডাটা সার্ভার ইউজ আর ওয়াইডলি ইউজ লিনাক্স ডেস্কটপ এনভায়রনমেন্ট। তো এগুলো তো প্রত্যেকটা যে ঢোকা লাগবে।
ওই যে ওখানে অলরেডি প্রত্যেকটা তো লিংক দিয়ে দিয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
তো
হ্যাঁ,
হ্যাঁ, আমি ওই লিংক গুলো ক্লিক করে করে আসলে একটু মানে বোঝার চেষ্টা
পাইথন কিছু?
করছিলাম যে
ও আচ্ছা।
which one is যদিও আর কি আমরা যে ওভারঅল আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং যে আমরা যে ডিসকাশন অলরেডি করেছে
হ্যাঁ
হারুন ভাই, ইট ইজ মানে অলমোস্ট লাইক দ্য সেম, লাইক উইচ ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন, এক নম্বর যেটা ওয়াইডলি ইউজ হচ্ছে উবুন্টু, আর
হ্যাঁ yes। তারপর কালি।
বিভিন্ন ট্রেনিং ইনস্টিটিউশনে বা লিনাক্সের প্রোগ্রাম গুলোতে সবাই ম্যাক্সিমাম দেখা যায় যে আপনার উবুন্টুই বেশি ফলো করে। সো বেজিং অন দ্যাট আমরা এটার উবুন্টুর উপরে আমরা জোর দিতে পারি। আর পেনিট্রেশন টেস্টিং ইয়েতে ঢুকলে,
টেস্ট পেনিট্রেশন টেস্টার,
পেনিট্রেশন টেস্টারের জন্য আপনারা সবাই লিনাক্সটাই সরি ক্যালিটাই আর কি তারা প্রেফার করে। সো আমরা যদি কালিতে ঢুকি, ওখানে এই যে আপনারা যে রেড টিম, তারপরে গ্রে টিম বা ব্লু টিম, হ্যাঁ, এই ইয়েগুলোতে আপনার অনেকগুলো টুলস আছে বা অনেকগুলো অ্যাপস আছে, ওগুলো অলরেডি ক্যালিতে ইয়ে করে দেওয়া, অটোমেটিকলি এটা ইনস্টল করা। তো দ্যাটস ওয়াই যারা পেন টেস্টার তারা আর কি ওটাই প্রেফার করে। উবুন্টু যারা প্রেফার করে, দেখা যাচ্ছে যে আপনার ওই যদি ওই উবুন্টু লিনাক্সটা বা ডেবিয়ান বা যদি ইউজ করতে চায়, তাহলে করতে হয় কি আপনার ওই অ্যাপস গুলো আবার উবুন্টুতে ইনস্টল করতে হয় যারা পেন টেস্টার হিসাবে কাজ করে। সো দ্যাটস ওয়াই সবাই আর কি ক্যালিটা প্রেফার করে, বিকজ অলরেডি অটোমেটিকলি ওগুলো ইনস্টল করে দেওয়া। সো দ্যাটস ওয়াই আর কি তারা ওই ক্যালিটাকে আর কি প্রেফার করে দেন দ্যাট অফ ইউজিং। আর
আমরা
রেড হ্যাট,
সবাই আমরা দুইজনে একটা একটা করে দেখি, তারপর কোশ্চেন গুলো আনসার হয়ে যাবে।
আর রেড হ্যাটটা হচ্ছে কি আপনার মানে এটা পেইড। হ্যাঁ, অন্যান্য গুলো যে ওপেনলি ইয়ে থাকে, রেড হ্যাটটা কমার্শিয়ালি ইউজ হয়। বিভিন্ন বড় বড় কোম্পানি যারা, ওরা আর কি আপনার রেড হ্যাট ইউজ করে।
আচ্ছা। আর ভাইয়া এই 3 নম্বরটা হুইচ ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন উড ইউ ইউজ টু সেট আপ ইউর ওয়েব অর ডাটা সার্ভার?
We can use Red Hat also for the data server and web server.
Red Hat now have paid. I guess Red Hat is paid service, right?
Yeah, it's a paid version. But this Fedora and CentOS, these are the very, very old version of Linux. But sometimes CentOS also can be used for data and web server. Most of the banks is still using CentOS operating system.
কিছু এক্সট্রা কোয়েশ্চেনও দিয়ে দেওয়া ছিল, বোনাস কোয়েশ্চেন্স লাইক
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
what is the headless server? Does the Ubuntu make a headless server variant? What about the Fedora and CentOS?
তারপর আরো আছে দিছে যে what distribution is Ubuntu based on? What about Kali?
আমার তো মনে হয় ইয়েতে সার্চ দিয়েছিলাম, তো ওখানে বলছে যে উবুন্টু এবং কালি দুটাই হচ্ছে কি ডেবিয়ান উপরে বেস করা। This distribution is based on Debian.
Oh.
আর CentOS যেটা ওটা based on Red Hat. ফেডোরাটা ঠিক জানা নাই। আর এসসি লিনাক্স এটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে এসসি লিনাক্সটা মেইনলি বলা হয় সিকিউরিটি এনহ্যান্সড লিনাক্স। মনে হয় যে যারা 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 আর্কিটেকচার বা কার্নেল নিয়ে কাজ করে, কার্নেল মানে হচ্ছে যে একদম মানে আপনার লিনাক্সে যে একটু কোর লেভেলে, ইউনিক্সে একদম কোর লেভেলের কাজগুলো, ওগুলো মনে হয় এটাতে ইউজ করা হয়।
পাঁচ নম্বর বলছে if you were deciding between version of Ubuntu server and wanted one that remains stable over time, which version would you choose?
সব জায়গাতে আসলে উবুন্টু সার্ভার যেটা ওটাও বেশ আপডেটেড সার্ভার। একটা সার্ভার যেটা আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি ওখানে গুগলে বলছে যে
হ্যাঁ, তারপরে তানভীর ভাই তো বললো তো
20
উবুন্টু সার্ভার যেটা উবুন্টু
হ্যাঁ উবুন্টু সার্ভার
হ্যাঁ
22.04
আপডেটেড। হ্যাঁ
এটা হচ্ছে কি আপনার আপডেটেড ভার্সন এবং এটা বলতেছে যে অনেক স্টেবল এবং
ও আচ্ছা হ্যাঁ বুঝতে
Vishwajit bhai, if you have something more which we didn't cover, if you have something more to share with us so that we can be more updated.
Sure, but I don't think I have anything more.
Okay.
What you guys talked about, so I think you already covered all of that.
I was just browsing the website, different websites of Linux, so to get something more which we didn't discuss.
Sure.
Mac operating system uses Linux or Unix?
সাইফুল ভাই আপনার ডকুমেন্টে দেখান তো কোনো ফাইল গেছে কিনা, যদি ফাইল যেয়ে থাকে সবাইকে ওই ফাইলগুলো শেয়ার করে দেন।
ভাই আমাকে বলছিলেন ভাই?
সাইফুল ভাইকে, সাইফুল ইসলাম।
আচ্ছা ফুল আচ্ছা।
ওকে, কি অবস্থা?
I think Mac uses their own operating system like Mac OS, so they don't use
Use
Uh,
paid
Linux or other.
version, I think.
Anuj, is okay? Everyone okay?
Yes.
I think we can discuss something. So I have the question and then you give the answer. Number one, and who give the answer? Just hands on. Um, Number one, which distribution is most flexible and best suitable for day-to-day and administrative tasks?
It's Ubuntu Linux.
Okay, yeah, this is good. Ubuntu Linux. Second question, which distribution is built specifically for penetration tester?
Kali Linux.
Okay, that's good.
It's the most popular and widely used in present key penetration testing distro.
So which distribution would you use to set up a web and data server? Hands on. Raise the hand. Bishwajit Roy.
So I'm gonna use Ubuntu Linux. I think it's more user friendly and open source, right? So we can run both web app or any database server easily.
Yeah, but
Anyone
previously
add?
CentOS also were used.
Which one?
Previously, the big companies also use CentOS as a data
Yeah.
server. Normally, banks.
Okay.
I found still some of the banks using CentOS.
Yeah. So yes, this is the basically Fedora, also Fedora server and Ubuntu server, and also CentOS using this web server or data server. So what is the most widely used Linux desktop environment? So Sharier.
I think the Debian server, Debian environment is good. Also, the Ubuntu, the latest version, as we were browsing, so the latest version is 22.04. It is the updated version, and it is very much desktop friendly.
Yes. Ubuntu, maximum Ubuntu desktop friendly. So we are
think Red
now
Hat.
no, Red Hat, Red Hat not desktop friendly. This is the Genome and KDE. When I studying the Linux in 2002, when I was in a student, I using the Red Hat and KDE and Genome. Still now, KDE. That time KDE was very good, but some problem in lots of connectivity is not working. Lots of problem KDE. So, but Ubuntu is very user friendly and all machine is connected about Ubuntu. Okay, so number B, use case. Bonus question. So, what is the headless server? Raise the hand. Syed Hasnat.
Headless is the without graphical user interface.
Okay. So this is the important for a Security Plus exam. This question is coming. So does Ubuntu make a headless server variant? What about the Fedora and CentOS? Fedora and CentOS same headless server?
Yes, so the
Yes.
CentOS it uses the GUI options, so that's why it can have the headless. And mainly why we say headless, it is connected with the remote access tools. So the SSH friendly. That's why we call it a headless, which we can be directly connected with the servers. So that's why Ubuntu, Fedora, or CentOS. Um, these are the versions of Linux which are headless, we can say.
So next question. What distribution is Ubuntu based on what about Kali? Because suppose means what's their mother name?
They are
Uh,
based on
Debian,
Debian.
Debian,
Debian is the mother one.
yeah.
As
Ubuntu and Kali?
kernel options, and those are came from Debian, so that's why we can call Debian is the mother version of the Linux.
So,
So
ক্যালের জন্য তো মনে হয় সেম না ভাইয়া ডেবিয়ান
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
So
why people use Kali, as we discussed, that many security operative tools are already installed in Kali Linux. So that's why the pen testers, they feel more comfortable using Kali than that of using Ubuntu, because in Ubuntu they have to install those tools to do the pen testing. So that's why they follow the Kali.
okay, good. So what is the distribution in CentOS based and Fedora? What's their mother name? CentOS and Fedora.
ভাইয়া
Anyone?
রেড হ্যাট
Red Hat.
Red Hat, yes. Based on so everyone trying to memorize this question because when this is very important for your future life. What is the C Linux, SE Linux, and which distribution implements C Linux by default? SE Linux.
SE Linux, mainly it is security enhanced Linux, we can say. And I think what are the versions of Linux we use, like Ubuntu, CentOS, Fedora, this SE Linux are also used by them.
And also this is the basically NSA, National Security Agencies, CIA, FBI, they're using this SE Linux. So if you were deciding between version of Ubuntu server and wanted one that will remain stable over time, which version would you choose? This is the version. This is the same different version. Suppose Ubuntu, we are Ubuntu now 24.03. So which version is good for you using?
I would say long-term support.
Long-term, so LTS version. Yes,
LTS,
long-term support.
okay.
Yes. Okay, thank you. What are some security implications of using free and open source software or fork of popular Linux distribution? Trying. What are some security implication of using free and open source software or fork of popular Linux distribution? Which one? So this is the yes, Shahriar bhai.
So one of the advantage we can say, like, as it is the open source, that's why there is no particular vendor. They are not locked in, or it is not based on any particular vendor. So it is open. So that's why anybody who is free, they can use. And the security patches, it is widely available. So whenever there is an upgradation, the patches can be done.
So I just added with you as demonstrated in the Mint OS. Some OS name called is Mint OS. article. Open source means this anyone can contribute. This makes is somewhat easy for the attacker with programming skill to attack. So because of this, user must be vigilant about where they get their software. So for the reason, some security implication, they are using anything open source, they build their own software. So I think you have some basic knowledge about all Linux. Good for us. Any question? Arif bhai?
Yeah, out of all the Linux server, will we be asked about which one I'm familiar with and whatever the company's using it?
Our server?
Not our, like when you started like the interview, like which one are you very familiar with? But that's the one you familiar with, but that's not the one we're using before. Can we be like that?
So anyone you can because when you familiar in Debian, and then you can anyone distribution you can using Kali, you can Ubuntu. So maximum user is there using the Kali for professional security professional, and other database server or data machine or data center they're using maximum is Ubuntu. Okay, so we now go next. Times is up. Question. Okay, so distribution. We can now answer this question. Everything. So user workstation. Okay, which distribution is the Ubuntu? Which distribution is built especially for penetration testers? So Kali. So we can now all answer is correct. Okay. So note the following about the file. This is a very important. Now we discuss about the Linux file system. All operating system may maintain a certain convention for where and how they store a different kind of file. For example, Windows and Mac. Machine typically place image in picture. Windows, we can using the any picture folder, we write down this is the name is picture, and any share folder we can write down this is the share folder. So Linux also has a conventional file system structure. So these conventional are consistent across distribution. For example, user application are typically store user bin, and this will always be the case across distribution. So you therefore can apply what you learn about our distribution you encounter. So as they all have the files and folder you will learn about today. In addition, all popular Linux distribution use the bash shell by default. This means that you can also use the command line tools you learn here on other distros. So in addition, all popular Linux distribution use the bash shell. So begin able to use the same command line. Same command line on many distribution is a major advantage because GUI based desktop environment are usually not the same across distro. For example, Ubuntu and Fedora look very different and need to be configured with the different GUI tools, but the shell command used to configure each machine are almost identical. Understanding the command line allows administrator to work with any Linux machine using a bash shell, even if it has an unfamiliar desktop environment. So once you master the Linux file system structure, you can better identify potentially malicious application and file that are in place. They do not belong. So often this indicate the system has been compromised. So this is the very important in the Linux file system as a like library. When you go in your area library, suppose our area name is Hyde Park, so Hyde Park has their own library. So if we go entrance this library, so library have a different rack. There's the science fiction rack, history rack, kids area. So and just you thinking the library same in Linux. So if you need the science fiction, so you go to the science fiction root, science fiction file system. Then you open this one book. This is the folder. And then you this book is open one page. This is the file. You understand? This rack is the file system. And then you go rack, a first rack, and then you take one book. This is the folder. And then you open this one page, this is the file. This is the Linux file system. I just explained very, very simple. Everyone understand?
Yeah, I understood.
Library is Linux, okay? Means root. Library is total library is root. And then you go the bin, and then you go to the home, etc. They are the rack. And then you go to the rack, means home or etc. They open this rack and took this one book, and this book is this folder, and open this book. Each page is file. So note that the term root can have multiple meaning in Linux. So it is important to know that the terms root can have refer to multiple context. So root can be either the user account for the administrator, the top level directory which all directories fall under, the home directory for the root user account. So you will further explore this section. File system. There are the several conventional directories in file. So when you open this Linux, suppose I share to you, then you. So when we go, everyone, see, this is our page, our server. Okay, so you just rely. We can write ls. This is a root system. They have the file system. So bin, etc, opt, sbin, sys, boot, dev, library, media, mnt, run, proc, snap, srv, user, var. Everything is rack. You know, this is a rack. And then they have, if you go, this is the suppose etc. This is the rack. And then enter, and then ls, they have the book, lots of file. And if you open this any file, suppose only any one book, so just cat, suppose this is the host, host host, source, then enter, this is the file, they have the file. This is the Linux file system. Suppose we can just write down cat password. This is the all password they is showing, all user they are showing. So, and this is a very important, everyone trying to understand, this is the file system. So this is the slash means contain every other directory, contain this the slash means root slash. So if you are using this slash, this is the root directory which contain every other directory on the system, means slash. And slash home means this directory contain each user private file, all user private file in this home file. So user should not be able to save file anywhere else. Okay. And then slash root means this home directory of the root user. And etc means contain configure file. This directory contain configure files which define how the machine should run and who is the allowed to use it. For example, these directories including information on register user and their password, etc. So etc is main. This is the directories because these etc have lots of important file and all machine file in this this directory. And bin and sbin. Bin, what is the bin? Bin, these directories contain applications such as web browser and command such as ls. Means all binary command, our all command we can using the cp, we can move, we can all command they are contained in this bin directories. And var, then var means this directory contain file and change over time, meaning variable. For example, var log, so they have the content file, they every time change this file. So variable always change. Suppose this is the log is var, log contain log file which program update frequently as they run. And then TMP means we can understand this is the temporary. So this directory file that are only needed for a short period of time. So there are other important directory proc and boot. However, they have very specific use and are beyond this scope of today's lesson. So file system, okay. Just we are starting this demonstration. দেখা যাচ্ছে? Everyone see?
Can you maximize the terminal? Okay.
So today class is very important. The file system is very, very important understanding for Linux. If you don't understand any file system is Linux, this is the very difficult for the security, cyber security your journey. So suppose first we in here cd tilde. Tilde means in your file system is home in your desktop file system. When you write down the tilde, so this is the desktop file system, and this is the ls means they have this desktop. They have desktop download music, picture, document, and public everything in your desktop file system. This is the and when you go to the desktop, then you can go ls. So this is the desktop file system. And this is the root directory. When you write down, this is the cd slash means is a root. So when you write down, this is the slash cd space slash. So this is the root. Root means the main directory. We entered this library, and library have lots of rack. This is the starting this library main door. And then we can write down ls now. This is they have lots of directory. So, and each item listed here is a directory because the main purpose of slash is the store other crucial directories, not bare file. So because we are working with a VM virtual machine, so we have mounting provisioning such as the init img all swap file and VM Linux. Although we will not cover this in the great details because this is the very, very complicated in maybe need a whole Linux and whole file system. If you understanding maybe 1 month need for class. This file allow the Ubuntu virtual machine to communicate with our host machine. So the next directory, we now go to the home directory, cd and home. This is the home directory. We can go to enter. So this is the home and using the ls. Means home is all user in here. So Linux allow you to create multiple user account in here. And this allow many people to use the machine at the same time. So we can using the same time all user. How many user I can check now? Okay. So they are using now our machine. Okay, you understand? So we can using ls. So this is our user. Each user is allowed to personalize their environment. For example, user can change their desktop background or install new software. So the file that contain each user personal preference are called a local configuration or config. So this configuration only apply to the user who wrote them. And each user is given their own dedicated folder on the file system. So this is where they store their own private file folder and local configuration. So by default, users are only allowed to modify file and folder in their own directory, their own dedicated directory. So this means they cannot modify file in other user directories. So or in protected folder like slash. Okay, means now I am the system admin. So I'm not suppose we are go cd x1. So the permission denied. They are not using any enter this any directory. So these private directories are stored in home. Home, this is the one rack, home rack or home directory. So the name of the user private directory in the same as their username. Suppose if username is if you write down now suppose is x1 is would have the directory at home x1 and x2 directory is home x2. Only registered active user should have a private directory in home directory. Directories belongs to use who have been deleted or who no longer use the computer should be deleted. So root is a special user and root home directory is not home directory. This is the root. So in here they have no root user because root have a main administrator. For the reason and all is another low privilege directories, low privilege user. Now we can go another directory etc. So the etc contain configure file that define how the machine should run and who is allowed to use it. So all etc file they contain lots of file inside file. So suppose if you write down, they have all file in here, all machine file, how to machine run and who is machine run, everything in this file. Okay. So Linux, first word I said Linux is file as a like library. So then if you have understand this concept in your brain, I think you are good understand Linux file system. So with normal user can only modify their own local configuration and administrator can make change that apply to all user system. These are called a system-wide configuration and apply to every user on the system. For example, an administrator might configure a machine to prevent people from going to facebook.com or google.com. Configuration are typically stored on a simple text file. All suppose you see all configuration in here. Suppose we can check one configuration file. Um, hmm, uh, what type of okay, syslog file or config file. So this is the just right. All is a text file. All configuration file is just a text you write down, and then if this file is running, so it will be working in this machine. So the file, suppose in here one file, if you write down this cat means show, and then one file is password file. So they're showing the all user simply text user contain information about all registered user on the system. So the etc password contain a list of registered user and contain to its name. It contain no information about user password. So this means that attacker who is still etc password will get a list of user to attack, but will not be able to steal their password. So by contrast, etc shadow contain both a list of the username and information about their password. So they have all password in here. Cat shadow. They have all password. Okay, cat. So they have all password in here, a shadow file. All password is encrypted. Okay, this is the hashing encrypted all password in here. So if hacker hacking this machine, so it is not possible to easily find out this password. This means the attacker who is still shadow cannot break in your user account. So in general, an attacker cannot crack a strong password, but cracking password is much easier to do if the password are weak. So, and then later we can learn how to crack the password. So because hashes are not password, this is the hash. This is not a password. This all is hash. Okay, all is hash. So this means that attacker who is still etc shadow cannot break into user account without first spending the time to crack their password. In general, an attacker cannot crack a strong password, but cracking password is much easier if weaker password. If you using weaker password. Since most users do not use a strong password, an attacker who is still etc shadow is likely to be able to crack at least one of the password it contains. So this makes etc shadow one of the most important file to protect on Linux system. This file is very, very important in Protect Linux system. So in the next class, we will begin the password cracking activity using etc shadow file, and then we just show less shadow. So you can easily all shadow file working, all password hashing. Okay, all hash file in here. So we need we'll cover a permission depth in file using day 2 activity next day, where we just using this crack, how to crack this password. Next day, inshallah, we'll be trying. So we can show now one file. Suppose one password we can show. This is the using the X instead of X, they have this Z1 system admin Y and root password. They have the 6. You see. So
Wait, when you say password, do you mean the server password?
yes, all is server password this.
Oh,
And
hacking the
then
password.
this is the very important. If anyone hacker, mostly they're trying to this file need the shadow file. If hacker copy this shadow file, they can easily hacking all password server. So and then if suppose this is the one user, this is the Z7 suppose. So if we using before the Z7, just suppose just we can make a file. Sudo nano shadow. So now we can if any password you just write down before $, just exclamatory signature exclamatory sign added. So contain exclamatory instead of the password hash. So this means that account is locked. So if I'm now um, save this file and rerun, and the Z9 are locked. So they can using no logging, nothing. So if we using only star, so means they are not allow for logging. Okay, this means user not allow logging but not log. So this means this means is account is locked. Okay, and this means they have no rights about logging. And this is unusually implement a user reserve the system and not a human user. And then
Hey, Tanribe, did you like move to a different slides? Because
sorry.
the previous slide was different, right? So we are talking about the different directories like you discussed, and then the next slide should be introduction to processes like CPUs and things like that. I'm not sure if you moved to a different slide.
No, we have no slide. I'm showing the server.
Oh, okay.
Nobody see
I
the
was
server?
I was a bit confused, like, okay, why we are here?
If nobody seeing the server?
No, he's just showing the server how the things work. He's not
No,
following.
I think he was trying to show that how the servers are used, how we can see the library, how the rack are showing. So that's what I was trying to describe.
Okay, now I
I
got it.
think he's
Maybe
you
he
okay?
was trying to focus on the presentation slide. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
So now we can check this. We will look into the several directories that contain a program files run on the Linux distribution. And every application or command you run on a Linux system is a program whose code is stored in the file. And then now we can check this CD bin file. Bin means all our binary file bin. So we can using the ls. So all is our command file. We using the command all file in here. So suppose we using the ls. You see ls is a binary file command file in here. So file content program are unique because you can run them. This is the contrast to other normal files such as PDF, which you can only read, write, and so files you can run called executable means this color, any file. So this is the called the executable file. All software, including malware, is stored in the executable file. Malware file can be dangerous because there is nothing preventing them from doing things that might harm the system. So you carefully this type of color file in your Linux system. You can always careful. So executable can be stored anywhere on the file system. Has been and been. So bean stand for basically binary. So because executable file contain a machine code, this is code written in ones and zero. We know about this how to machine is understand 1 and 0, and but two main directories that store command has been and been. So bean is directory content program, usually is normal user lscp. This is type of content program here. And if you check this has been, so this is the has been basically has been directory content program used by administrator such as the add user, which can use the user to a system, and password, which is used to change a user password. So this is the has been and been is different. So and then if you are thinking this is another password is var, the file system is var. So
What's the difference you said between has been and been?
has been basically this is the main things is using for content system file. All add user or administrator contain all system file and content file. Basically administrator, add user, password, the system user, they using the sbin. And binary bin file only, bin directory only, they contain this command ls, cp, mb, and sudo, this type of command. But sbin, they using the all program, administrator program, and different type of program command.
One question, like
Yeah.
in bin file, if there is one command missing, so if you try to give that command, so in that command will not be executable, right?
You can many command they have suppose if you using system command, maximum command, they when you install this Linux, so maximum command they can run install that time. If anything command any command or any distribution command miss, so you can download this command file. Means
Now,
if you have no book in this library, this rack, so you can call this librarian, please I need this book, and then they order this book, and they this book is coming. Same thing. So if you have no command in your distribution, Linux distribution, you can download this command, and this is the bin file, bin directory. They come in this bin directory, and you execute a specific command.
no, what I'm saying is like suppose grep command, it is not in the bin file. I'm saying
Oh,
just
not working.
so if I give that command, if the grep command is not in the bin, but I am trying to
Not
give the command, so it will not be
not
executed.
working. Not executive. No.
Okay. So I
Bin
have to
means
download
binary.
download it, and then put it in the bin, and then I can use that.
No, automatically when you downloaded any command file, so it will be automatically downloaded bin file, because this is the executable file. All
Got it.
executable file is going to the bin file.
Got it.
And then we can use a var directory. Many program save information about error and suspicious behavior in log file. Var mean variable and changeable. এটা চেঞ্জ হয় সব সময়। So log as a log file, so log file change হয়, always log file change হয়, আজকে একটা log কালকে একটা log, tomorrow is one log and today is another log. So this is the different log. So this is the called a var log. This log file often contain variable evidence about malicious activities. Since the list of the installer program looks good, you will proceed to verify that this program are saving the expected log. So suppose we will write down in ls, they have the backup, cache, leave, log, so, and then we go to the log, and then we can see this is the log. So, and then we can lots of log, this is a log file. So if we thinking what type of log, suppose show this is the cat. Just a minute, hold on. If we write down is we check this log. So cat last log, see, this is the last log. What's last log? We can see this is the last log, and then we can see this is the authority log, say showing this authority log. Okay, so we can using the sudo, and they're showing the authority log. They have the log file. So another is we can check this is the another file. They have the cd temp file, temporary file. So we have one large directory. We use the temporary file, which store temporary file is often abused by hacker. So log are meant to be a permanent program expect to add information to log file and not to rewrite or delete them, create a new ones. Program often need to create a file that do not need to be a permanent. For example, the text editor, text anything you write down in your text editor might save copies of your work every few minutes, every few times when you write down any program, any text editor. So every minutes they save. Even if you don't manually save it to ensure it can restore your work if you are accidentally close the editor before saving. So such file are variable in that they change regularly, but also temporary in that they do not need to maintain a long term. Yes, Sideway.
Where can we take a break for prayer?
Just to finish and then break.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, I have one question.
I finish first.
Yeah, okay.
Then such a file, since these files are different from log and other such file, they are typically stored in their own directory. This is the temp. So this is the temporary file. We show this is the lots of temporary file in here. So this is just when we work within a minute, it will be updated. All temporary file is temporary in here. So now we know what is the etc. etc is a store host a specific system wide configuration file and store files that are continually update. Store a user home directory and temporary file is the application rate temporary. Bin and has been where the system keep in the main binary or program file. Yes. হ্যাঁ সাইদ ভাই বলেন।
Okay. How can we remove temporary files from server? I mean, in Windows operating system, if we run percentile temp percentile command in run, then all temporary displays, and we can select and delete them all to make free space in hard drive. So in Linux, how we can remove all temporary files at once?
Temporary file day by day, they automatically remove from Linux.
We don't have to do manually.
No, this is automatically they remove everything. So this is the instruction activity. This is the 30 minutes. Saiful bhai, you can share this landmark review sh. This file, landmark review sh.
ভাই আমরা কি এই অ্যাক্টিভিটিটা ব্রেকের পরে করব?
হ্যাঁ, ব্রেক দিচ্ছি 15 মিনিট।
ঠিক আছে। আমার আসর পড়া হয় নাই।
কেন আসর পরে আমাদের ক্লাসে ঢুকছি আমি। ও আপনাদের ওখানে আসর একটা টাইমে, আমাদের এখানে
জি।
ও আপনাদের ওখানে কয়টা বাজে? আমাদের মাগরিবের টাইম হয়ে গেছে।
আমাদের 5:52 ভাইয়া।
Now break 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we can starting the now 6:52. We back 8 7 5
20? Oh, 7.
7 5. We can back, okay, and then start this activity. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is the 30 minutes activity. So you finish this activity and then when you start this activity, suppose this landmark review.sh file. Just where this link. So maybe Saiful bhai, is this documents?
Yes, it's a documents folder.
So first, before starting the activity, you start this landmark review.sh, and then it will be start this activity.
So at the top, the left applications.
This Linux landmark activity, right? We have to do.
শাহরিয়ার ভাইয়া।
হুম।
আচ্ছা, আমরা যদি এই যে যেটা আমরা এখন করতেছি টার্মিনালটা, এটা যদি এই যে পিন করে রাখি টাস্ক বারে, তাহলে তো আর আমাদের সবসময় করতে হবে না নাকি?
হ্যাঁ, করে রাখতে পারেন। হ্যাঁ, আপনার ইউজের জন্য নিচে টার্মিনালটা ইউজ করা যায়। আবার ওই যে ড্রপ ডাউন মেনুতে অ্যাপ্লিকেশনস থেকে ওইখান থেকে করে যায়।
না ওইটা না, বললাম যে এই মনে করেন যে নিচে যে আমরা তো অনেক ধরনের, যেমন গুগল ক্রোম বা এগুলো তো আমরা নিচে পিন করে রাখি না ট্যাক্স বার গুলা।
রাইট, হ্যাঁ।
তো এই টার্মিনালটা যদি আমরা এখানে সেভ করে রাখি, তাহলে কি আমাদের মানে আবার লগ ইন করতে হবে না করতে হবে, এরকমই থাকবে?
না, আপনার টার্মিনালে ঢোকার জন্য মানে এইখানে আসার জন্য তো আপনার তো সব লগ ইন করে ঢুকতে হবে, আদারওয়াইজ ইউ ক্যানট
সময়।
হ্যাঁ, every time you get inside you have to log in and then you can get the access.
How to maximize this font in terminal. I press Control plus, but Control minus is working. Control plus is not working.
So your
Control Shift.
mouse.
Control Shift plus. Oh yeah.
So the instructions is you have to give the command.
So we set up this activity on the following commands: sudo dash home instructor document setup script.
That first we can check what is there inside. Like we can check what is there inside the bash. Then we can.
Okay. For that I have to get inside root, right?
Yes, root. Give the ls command just to see whether the bash is there. You're still in home.
Okay.
You have to go to like cd. No, not
Yeah.
here.
So inside this is root directory.
No,
So
you can go to the
cd
03 student.
backslash.
Oh,
You can go to cd 03. Oh, no. First you write down sudo.
okay, I'm in
Sudo.
home directory. Sudo
Bash 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 space then you go your
home directory.
03 student tab
Yeah,
where
it has a document.
okay
File is in document folder.
okay you just
No, he didn't
delete,
put the 03 student inside the document. So
delete
you
this
can-
delete
Document inside 03.
yeah
no, D is capital.
Okay, documents. Then
tab
yeah.
yeah setup script tab system admin tab so you which one landmark review sh
Okay. CD.
yes and
No, not cd. Just L. Just give the slash. Yeah, give L and then.
Minus A.
No.
Why
There
here?
should not be any
Why
space
here?
in between.
Admin.
Go back L and then, because there are two landmarks. One is demo, one is review. So you type, give a tab. Yes, then type R and then give a tab again. Yes.
enter
Okay.
user has no file or directory. Okay, so do you want resource?
So we have to create one directory in the home directory, research directory in the home. No.
So you can try what is this? Cannot state root document day one resource user has no such file or directory. Means you have documents day one resource no have day one resource. So and then cannot you can check documents, no day one resource directory. And then for the reason this is not a possible, they make a system file in this here. So suppose you write down this now, upper key. Okay, you go to home.
Slash home?
No, home.
No.
Just computer, laptop home. Yeah.
Did you tell them?
Go to the
No,
beginning. Go to the
beginning.
beginning.
Oh,
You take your cursor. No. Yours.
Beginning
Same
means
thing. You just using same command before command.
Give that. Bring that command. Yeah.
okay.
The command
This
which
command I have to type, right?
Yes.
This.
Yeah. Find this command. You just up.
Up arrow. Go to
Using
the up arrow. Maybe you can go to the down now because it is.
You used it already. Go down all the way.
Yeah, it's not working.
enter. You just enter. And then again up arrow.
No, I have to type.
Check the
you just
history.
No,
You
don't
can
type.
check the
Just
history.
copy that one and paste it here. Go there. Go to the previous one. Yeah. Copy that one.
Yeah, you can check your history, like what's going on with this.
Using nano bash. Not okay. I just shared this my system. Then you can understand. So what this file is the documents ls setup script. So we can check cd setup script ls system admin ls. So this is the executive file. This is a different color. I said before this is a different color means executive file. So we can using this where inside. So we can try sudo nano landmark review, then check. So this is the executive file. You see, this is the copy documents day one. This is the one script file. So day one resource user hash. This is temporary in here and remove this is when you run this command. Suppose when using we run this command using bash command. Bash. So the error. This is your first day activity, first module activity. You know how to you now you create C. This is the root documents day one resource, and then documents day one resource and temporary. So lots of need you can check and ch on and ch mode we change. There's lots of things before. So this is your activity. So you can do this or no. So this is the long-term activity. So you can try. Okay. You make a file and what type of file? This is the cannot state means a root document day one resource. So you need day one resource file directory and then str.sh. So I can check again. So you can do this activity, or I need help. You need help.
We have to do it today.
Oh yeah, sure, today.
No, no. I mean, like, we have to do it today, or you say it's a long term.
Sorry.
You say we have a long term to do this.
Yeah.
So we can try. Yeah.
Okay, so you can try. Okay. Then I start this.
Okay.
Because this is the important I'm trying to resolve this issue. So what is this problem? Then you can more understanding this activity.
Can you show that script once again? That sudo nano preview.sh.
Yes.
Do we have to use shell or we just write it down? But we're not seeing the script. Can you share it?
Recording in progress.
আপনার কি অবস্থা? হ্যাঁ, আপনারা কি মানে পারেন নাই? কি করতে হবে?
ওই যে ফাইল গুলো আর কি ওপেন করে করে আর কি দেখার চেষ্টা করতেছিলাম।
How would I know if it's a suspicious login? They all look same. Z4, Z3.
তো কি অবস্থা? ক্লু পাচ্ছেন, কিছু পাচ্ছেন? Find anything? No? Okay, anyone share? Then I can show what is the problem and then you solve this issue. If I'm solve this issue, so this is not good for, I think this is a, so now you run this landmark review. Who shared? কে শেয়ার করছে?
আমি শেয়ার করি ভাইয়া।
হুম।
Can you
স্ক্রিন বড় করেন। Okay. So run this file, landmark review.
Good. তারপরে কি যাবো?
Hide this file.
গান্ডের পরে কিনা?
Using tab.
System admin.
Using tab.
Landmark underscore review.
What did write down in here? CP cannot state root documents day one resource user dot hash.
Right. So there's no directory.
Yeah. And then root document day one resource str dot sh. No file such file directory. So you can make a one directory day one resource. You make a one directory. How do you make this? You just you follow this instruction. You just follow this arrow. What is the arrow? You just read the arrow.
Arrow বলতে this one?
First one, you read this arrow.
Root documents day one user hash no file or directory.
So where you create this directory?
That is another CV.
You never ever go to the root, you know. You are the only user. How do you go to the root? You just write down documents and then you go to the day one resource make.
Got it. Okay. So এখানে আমরা day one resource like right? Like one.
Yes, this same thing you make a directory.
The underscore.
Yeah, so we are here.
Okay. So now you can try again this command.
Try this command.
Yes.
হোমে থাকতে হবে।
Hmm?
Still so same thing. But I have to make another directory of this one, right?
User hashes. They have no user hashes.
Yeah.
No, you can check. You can check this file using Nano.
কি মনে করবো? So we have nothing here. Can I make a directory of right here of this one?
Oh, this is not a directory.
This is a file.
Yeah, this is the one file.
So should I make this file?
Yes. So you can type touch user.hashes.
Yeah. But he was saying go to Nano.
Oh, you can also use Nano.
Now we have this. So now I'm going to run the thing. Still shows same problem.
You can check this command, check this file using Nano. What is this? They're using this command root cp cannot state means copy root document day one resource. What is this? You can check file using Nano. This is the file. This file you can check first.
How do I check with Nano?
Instead of using the command touch, you can type nano.
Right. So get the credit when we create it.
This is the Nano file. So this is the one script. Oh, okay. So you can using the Nano sudo space nano. Enter. So this is the file, basically script file. So this is the copy documents, day one resource user hashes to root. You see, replace root,
Okay.
and then copy day one resource stays as a temporary, and remove the teacher's demo file, rm temporary reverse shell listen, and change. This is the, so you need, what is this? You can understand this. Try to understand everyone.
Okay, the first one we replaced it, which is this one with this one. Then we removed all three files.
Yeah.
Then we changed the ownership from Jack to 0466.
I can solve this, or you can try.
In the user account, I'm not understanding it. What am I supposed to do here? I just see you run the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. You
I
can
understand.
read this. You can read this just instruction. What is the instruction saying, and what is the file?
Instructions first troubleshoot.
So in the first line where it says copy, right? In that section, so
Copy.
we are
Yeah.
copying user.hashes into root directory.
Mm-hmm.
And the next line, we are basically again copying str.hashes to the temporary directory, TMP.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are removing this file, rev shell, from the temporary directory.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
we
same
were
thing
moving all
here.
three of them. RM temporarily, all 3
Mhm.
we're removing them.
Yeah. So we are basically removing this file from this folder. And also you're removing this one and this one, right?
Right.
And at the end, we are basically changing the ownership of the file.
Yes.
And giving those files a particular permission, like 0664, and I don't know about the previous one. What is Jack? Oh, Jack is the user, so we are
User,
just giving
yes.
him that. Yeah. Okay. If he is a user, yeah. So we are giving the permission to Jack. So what I think, we have to create a folder day one resources under documents first, and then create this file user.hashes, because those does not exist.
Okay. So I think this 1 week you can try,
Mm-hmm.
or I solved it.
I think we can give it a try.
Okay. Yes. If you I send you this some reverse shell sh and listener sh, A9XK sh, then you can understand very well. I sent and uploaded this temporary file to your system. Okay.
Okay.
So I think you can try. This is the homework, and then inshallah, in next Sunday morning we can start again. Or we finish this issue now. Which is prefer? Is good? I solved this
We'll
issue, or
try.
you can.
We'll
Yeah,
try.
please draw. I need to understand what.
I think you can show us, then maybe it will be easier for us to understand. Then we can try and do it later on and exercise it. Yeah.
If I show this is the easy, you can easily understand and you can solve this issue. But when you finish your first module, so third module, I'm sure you can understand. You try to understand, and then maybe, and if not within 2-3 days, you just text me, and then I solve this issue in Slack.
Okay.
It is good
Okay.
because brainstorm is good, I think. Trying to brainstorm.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so
Getting
today
this-
class is finished.
Getting the
Inshallah.
solution. Yeah.
Yeah. So solution is very easy. If I send this solution, is you very easy. Then you thinking, oh, this is the easy. But I'm trying to you is trying solution.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Definitely. Brainstorming will
module 3 assignment, and only one our engineer send. Why not? Nobody send. You're trying of anything problem, you just contact with me, and you just contact Saiful Bhai, and he can help you.
We have the contact address of Saiful Bhai.
Saiful Bhai? Slack, you have Slack?
Slack-এ করতে পারেন, হ্যাঁ। Slack করতে পারেন।
Okay. Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, so inshallah we'll start Saturday again Saturday. So any issue about payment, if you send this payment to a Zelle or credit card, anyone